Alright, welcome back. This is the hollowing now of this big cedar bowl. The depth is just by eyeball, about 4 inches. Probably end up a little shallower than that. I'm going to go ahead and clean this face off here with my Wind River gouge. Trying to take a light pass because it's uneven. So I want to get it smoothed out. I'm going to get a divot started there because I'm going to drill a depth hole. Another problem with cedar is that if you take too big a bite, it will split off a big, huge chunk. And that all stems back to the being soft and brittle at the same time. So, alright, let's stop it here and see what we got. Yep, see the face there? Got this branch inclusion here. Most of that will go away. Now, if I had a coring system, I could take out a core here. But I don't have one. But trust me, I'm working on getting one. I am. And that's all I'm going to tell you right now. Now, this up here, this is all rotten. This is punky, rotten stuff. That's all going to go. So, let's just keep going. Take off a little bit more here. I want to kind of soften this edge, just round it over just a little bit, like Tomislav and Richard Raffin say, because I have cut myself on edges like this. But see, now I can put my thumb up against here, and yeah, it feels a little rough, but it doesn't slicing me. And you just got to just blend the edge of your tool right over the top. You can see it takes off little tiny wispy shavings. And then you get back into here to hogging material off. Cedar is different than other conifers in that, like pine and fir, the green lines will be hard and soft. Cedar's not that way. It cuts pretty uniformly. Yeah, you can see the grain lines here, but they're not hard they're not soft in between them. They're just overall soft because that's just the nature of the wood. So, still have a little bit of rot right here. I don't know if I want to go too much deeper. I kind of want to leave more of a lip. But, let me see. Yeah, I got to get the rest of that. So that's another 1/4 inch, another 7 millimeters off the depth. I'm still on my slowest belt setting, so. Let me see if that got me where I wanted to be. I'm almost there. The other thing about the softened rounded edge is that it doesn't, when it dries, it won't split out. All right, I'm just below it there, so. 1/2 inch spindle gouge. So you can see it's about done. I'm going to have to get me another one of these. Trying to make a starter hole for my depth drill, which is, here it is. I'm going to leave about 1 inch in the bottom. I just hold it up and eyeball it here. I've got marks ground into the drill, so I'm going to go down to about that one there. That's far enough. I think we can put this down for now. Get out the crown. I'm going to probably want to leave about a strong 1 inch, maybe 1.25 inch wall thickness on this. So yeah, I'm at 1.5 inches there. I can get it a little skinnier. It's my 3/8 hurricane bowl gouge, in case you were wondering. Whoopsie. Yeah, there I'm at about 1.25 inches. Strong 1.25 inches, but 1.25 inches-ish. Alright, I'll lay this down and get out the 1 inch. A 1 inch hurricane. You were hoping you'd see it, didn't you? I like using this bowl gouge. Tony from Tony Turns Wood channel. Yeah, look at those ribbons. Gave it to me. It didn't work for him the way for his turning style, I guess. I mean, he gifted this to me, people. Tony's just such a great guy. I mean, I sent him some bowls that he's made videos on, but look at how big these Tonkin shavings are. I just love how this, I mean, I can get a lot of material taken out here in a short period of time with this big old fleet. And the nice thing about this gouge is it's a lot heavier than a 5. I mean, look at next to my 5/8. You can just see how much bigger it is, and that mass just absorbs vibration. I mean, I'm working against some knots in here. You know, is it ideal for everything? No, it's not. This is what I use it for. It's hollowing out bowls. Because it just, this big old flute just sucks out the chips, man. You can just get rid of a lot of wood really fast with this bowl gouge. Now you can do the same thing with smaller gouges. But I just love how it doesn't vibrate. All I'm doing is just holding it up against my side, as maybe you can see it. And I'm pushing it down onto the tool rest. And then just kind of lean, with it up against my side and my hands at the rear of the handle. I'm just holding on. I mean, I'm holding on strongly because it's a big piece of wood. It's a big tool. And I'm down to the bottom of my drill hole now. So I'm just going to keep taking passes down. The reason it wants to pull back when I first start this is because there's no bevel contact. But I mean, just look at the pile of shavings sitting here. Just this big pile of red. And you can hear me bouncing off those knots, but I don't feel it through this gallop because it's just so heavy. This big steel bar absorbs the vibration. I really need to move my tool rest closer. But look at this. Just a huge amount of shavings in a short period of time. Take a pass across the bottom here. Anyway, let's stop and take a look and see what we've got. Oh yeah, see, here's the alternating color bands in here. How are we doing on thickness? Feels pretty good right here and even, but it's get my depth gauge out here. You can see those knots I've been fighting all this time. Got my homemade depth gauge, which shows I got about, I would say, a good 3/4 of an inch, 19 mil for those in the metric land, to come out of the bottom still. And see, here's that punky spot right there. So, but I got a lot of ridges and stuff, but I don't worry about it because, number one, just remember, this is just the rough turn. I think I've done everything I need to do with the 1-incher. Retire him for the night. Excuse me. What I'm doing here is I'm watching right here, kind of with one eye, and watching the tip of my gouge with the other, and that's how I visually estimate the thickness of the wall. And Richard often talks about doing that, and it really does work pretty well if you can kind of get used to doing it. It's we all want to focus in on one thing at one time. You've got to use your peripheral vision in this exercise. So better get that a little closer. Alright, let's stop again. Get our handy dandy depth gauge out. This is quick and easy fit build if you want to build yourself one. Yeah, I still got a ways to go. I still got about a good 1/4 inch, good 8 to 10, maybe 12 millimeter to take out. Wife's out there probably wondering why I'm talking to myself in here. Now we got the big homemade bowl scraper. Almost there. I'm getting take my hone here, touch it up here. I've got the tool rest above center. I think we're probably there. Yeah, I think I'm going to stop at that point. I'm going to clean this edge up a little bit though with the scraper. Just want to take very light cuts. That feels a lot smoother. I don't like the edge, the way this edge looks here. So I'm just going to kind of do a little bit of a shear cut. And it's still squared off a little too much. I'm just using a little portion of that big old edge. If I try and use too much of it, it's going to catch and possibly rip the tool out of my hand and make a big old mess of the inside of the bowl light. Now that's a lot better. And I'm going to that's the last of our rotten section, but I'm just going to leave it. Oh, see the stripe right here? The striping, the yellow and the red, that's what I love. I'm going to go around the outside here because I felt something on the outside that I didn't like. I'm going to do some shear scraping on the outside with the bowl guts. Hear that? That's the knots. All right, let me see what I got here. Okay, that's pretty good. All right, let me get it off here real quick. Show you guys. There it is. You can see the zebra striping, like I've been saying, the alternation in the colors, yellow, red, yellow, red. You know, it's just all through here. This is the end grain, obviously. So this is probably going to crack, and I'm going to lose it, but it's beautiful right now. So anyway, got these knots that I'm not happy about, but they do add character. The outside, it's got better colors yet. I mean, I just love this. And you can see this big knot. Well, that's that one there. And there is a little, if you look in that hole right there, you can see just a little bit of daylight coming out that side. So I'll probably have to epoxy this or something. But a lot of character. Hopefully it'll dry right. This big crack concerns me. I'll throw CA in it before I put the glue on it. But anyway, nice big cedar bowl here. Finished out at just, well, what do we got here? 12.5 inches. That's 315, 31.5 centimeters, and about 4 inches tall. Thanks for watching, everybody, and have a good night.